Ephesus, Rome's jewel in Asia Minor. The morning sun rises over the Aegean Sea, casting its golden light across the bustling port of Ephesus. Along the shore, ships unload cargo from Egypt, Greece, and Rome. Amphorae of wine, olive oil, fine cloth, exotic spices. Dock workers shout in Greek and Latin as merchants bargain. Scribes record transactions, and travelers disembark, eager to one of the most magnificent cities of the Roman Empire. Ephesus, located in modern-day Turkey, was one of the wealthiest, most dazzling cities in Asia Minor. Under Roman rule, it became a cultural, religious, and commercial powerhouse, home to over 200,000 people at its height and famous across the ancient world. As you walk from the harbor into the city, the first thing that strikes you is the wide marble-paved road leading into town, the Arcadian Way, and the Grand Theater, one of the largest in the Roman world, seating up to 25,000 people. This theater wasn't just for performances. It was also a stage for political assemblies, religious ceremonies, and at times rowdy protests. Lined with colonnades and statues, it was designed to impress visitors arriving by sea. His sermons were so influential that they threatened the local artisans who made silver idols of Artemis, leading to riots recorded in the Book of Acts. The city is also linked to the Virgin Mary, with local legend claiming she lived her final years nearby. Earthquakes often rocked the region, damaging buildings and requiring constant repairs. Eventually, it was abandoned, its streets covered by earth and forgotten for centuries, until modern archaeologists began to uncover its remains, revealing the magnificence of a city lost to time. You can stand in the great theater where crowds once roared, stroll the marble streets where philosophers and merchants once walked, and gaze at the Library of Celsus, imagining the scrolls and scholars it once held. Every week we bring you epic stories, lost cities, and the hidden lives of the Roman Empire. Don't miss it. Join our history-loving community today. You can even visit the site of the Temple of Artemis, where a single column now stands as a memory of a world wonder. Political tensions simmered between Romans, Greeks, Jews, and early Christians. And over time, the harbor that had once been the lifeblood of Ephesus began to silt up, cutting the city off from the sea and slowly draining its wealth and importance. For centuries, it stood as the gateway between East and West, a place where faiths met, ideas crossed, and the ancient world came alive. Built in honor of the Roman governor Celsus, it was one of the largest libraries in the Roman world, a center of learning and culture. Even today, its reconstructed facade is one of the most iconic ruins in the Mediterranean. At night, torchlight and oil lamps lit the way, making Ephesus one of the few cities with illuminated streets after dark. Greek was the common language, but Roman law and architecture shaped public life. You'd see locals dressed in a mix of Greek chitons and Roman togas, attending festivals that honored both Greek gods and Roman emperors. Statues of emperors like Augustus and Hadrian stood alongside those of philosophers, poets, and deities. The city's agora, the public marketplace, buzzed with activity. Here, merchants sold goods from every corner of the empire: silk from China, spices from Arabia, glassware from Syria, and papyrus from Egypt. The streets fill with music from taverns and homes. Wealthy citizens recline at banquets, enjoying roasted meats, seafood, fruit, and honeyed pastries. Servants light oil lamps in courtyards, and travelers swap stories in inns and bathhouses. Pilgrims pray at the Temple of Artemis, sailors prepare for the next day's journey, and philosophers gather under colonnades to debate ethics, politics, and the stars. Street performers entertained the crowds, philosophers debated ideas, and magistrates issued proclamations. At the heart of Ephesus lies its most famous landmark, the Temple of Artemis. This colossal sanctuary, counted among the 7 wonders of the ancient world, drew pilgrims and tourists from across the empire. Supported by over 100 marble columns, each towering over 18 meters high, the temple was dedicated to Artemis, the Greek goddess of the hunt, fertility, and childbirth. Even though the original temple had been destroyed and rebuilt several times, its reputation as a place of beauty and spiritual power never faded. But Ephesus was more than its temple. It was a hub of Roman administration, culture, and commerce. Walking through the city, you would pass by grand villas decorated with intricate mosaics and frescoes, public baths, where locals gathered to socialize. Ephesus was also an early center of Christianity. According to tradition, the Apostle Paul preached here, causing both conversions and controversy. Culturally, Ephesus was a blend of Greek heritage and Roman rule. At the city's intellectual heart stood the Library of Celsus, a stunning building with a two-story marble facade, statues of wisdom and knowledge, and room for thousands of scrolls. As evening approaches, Ephesus glows with life. Yet like many cities of the Roman Empire, Ephesus was not without its troubles. By the time the empire divided and the Byzantine era began, Ephesus remained important, but no longer held the glory it once did. Today, walking through the ruins of Ephesus, you can still feel the echoes of its past. Ephesus was more than just a Roman city. It was a symbol of the empire's reach, its fusion of cultures, its pursuit of beauty, wealth, and knowledge. If you want more journeys through the forgotten wonders of the ancient world, subscribe to the Roman Scroll.